The papyrus, a symbol of life emerging from primeval waters. This plant is used to produce the papyrus papers, the world's first paper, on which was written some of the most important concepts and ideas that would ever be discovered by mankind. The word is symbolic of both the writing source of ancient times and also the plant from which it is derived. Cyperus papyrus of the family Cyperaceae, also called the paper plant. The papyrus plant was long cultivated in the Nile Delta region in Egypt or Kemet and was collected for its stalk or stem, whose pith was cut into thin strips, pressed together and dried to form a smooth writing surface. Papyrus itself is a grasslike aquatic plant that has a woody, blunty, triangular stems that grows up to 15 feet high when in quietly flowing waters. The triangular stem can grow as much as 6 centimeters. The papyrus plant is now often used as a pool ornament in warm areas or in conservatories. The dwarf papyrus is often potted and grown indoors. But the ancient Kemites and Egyptians used the stem of the papyrus to make sails, cloth, mats, cords, and most importantly, paper. Paper made from the papyrus was the chief writing material of ancient Kemet and was adopted by the Greeks and was extensively used in the Roman Empire. Due to its prevalence in the Nile Delta, the papyrus was a heraldic plant of Lower Kemet, while the lily or lotus stood as the plant for Upper Egypt. The goddess Wajet, depicted as either a rearing cobra or a woman with the head of a lion, was the tutelary deity of Lower Kemet and was often shown carrying a papyrus-shaped scepter. In ancient Kemetic mythology, the world was created when the first Neter stood on a mound that emerged from the limitless and undifferentiated darkness and water, a mythical echo of the moment each year when the land appeared to recover from beneath the annual floodwaters. Papyrus marshes were thus seen as fertile regions that contained the germs of creation itself. Ceilings in temples and tombs were frequently supported with columns in the form of papyrus plants, turning their architectural settings into models of this primeval marsh. In one of the great myths central to Kemetic mythology, the goddess Aset took her infant son Haru to the papyrus thicket of the north to conceal him from her brother Seth, who had murdered her husband Asar and usurped his throne. Horus grew to manhood here, hidden among the swaying reeds, whose rustling sounds soothed him and masked his cries, until he emerged to defeat his wicked uncle and reclaim his patrimony. Horus was protected and nursed by the Neter Hathor, who was worshipped in the ritual of the shaking of the papyrus. To celebrate her role as the wet nurse of Horus and symbol of rebirth and resurrection in the celestial realm, this goddess was often shown in the form of a cow emerging from the papyrus thicket. The handles of mirrors associated with Hathor as the goddess of eroticism and beauty were often in the form of papyrus plants. The papyrus has had a long and storied history with mankind, serving both as decorative and sacred, but also fundamental in spreading knowledge and passing along stories.